Hello, my name is GregTech, and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 3. I am just getting some more parts here, because I don't have a whole lot to use the coins on, and we do use these quite a bit. So I figured, why not? Let's just get a bunch of these for circuits. All right, I do need this. Probably make some more. We'll do 8. I have plenty of redstone in here, it just hasn't been processed. Alright, because we're going to need a bunch of the LV circuits for the machines that we're going to need here. Okay, so last episode we got oil, and we are bringing it into the base. We're just doing the light oil, but we probably will switch to heavy oil at some point. We'll probably use the same pipeline, but we'll switch it from over here to maybe like over here, and we'll bring it in like that instead. It's going to be longer, but yeah, it doesn't matter. It's really cheap to craft those oil pipeline things, fluid pipelines. I think you can use any fluid. You don't actually, it doesn't have to be oil, it's just any fluid, but that's it's kind of like supposed to be oil pipelines, is kind of what it's designed for. Alright. So I do need to sort out what machines we want to do. So our main goal would be to get polyethylene and light fuel. So that's kind of like our main goal at the point. So we need ethylene in there somewhere. Yeah, ethylene from one of these. And I think we're going to do severely steam cracked light fuel, I think, because that gives 25%. You can go through all the distillation tower recipes if you want and see which one gives the best ratio for whatever you're trying to do, but a lot of these would require, a lot of these are better if you already have a distillation tower, but obviously we don't have that. So I think, yeah, I think we'll do severely steam cracked, because that gives 25%. A lot of this other stuff we don't actually need at the moment. If we do moderately steam craft, we only get 150, but you get, you know, more heavy fuel from it. You want heavy fuel. Lightly steam craft, even less ethylene, more heavy fuel. So you can kind of see kind of see how that works. I think, yeah. And then if you wanted to, you could use the heavy fuel you get from cracking the light fuel to get more. Now I'm like looking at this, maybe there's like, maybe we could always do severely steam cracked for ethylene and lightly steam cracked heavy, or lightly steam cracked, where is it? There it is, for heavy fuel, because we probably will do both. Which one did I lightly... There's just so many, and they all look the same, so it's a bit hard to... Yeah. Because eventually we'll get the heavy fuel and the light fuel, and we'll mix them together and we'll get diesel. So that is kind of the goal. All right, so I'm thinking... Let's start with severely steam cracked light fuel. I think we'll start with that. Unfortunately, we don't have a large chemical reactor, so all this stuff is going to have to go in chemical reactors, and I think we're going to run all this stuff at LV, I think, at this point. Yeah, because we only have the 4 LV turbines, so I think trying to run machines at a higher is just, we're going to be in a world of hurt. Now, I could pipe... Just thinking, is there an easy-ish way to get steam down here? That's like where the steam... Alright, let me start crafting up these machines. I know we're gonna need at least like 3 distilleries, I think. So let me start crafting those up. Okay, we are back, and I just wanted to... Thanks for the comments about covering the energy hatch and the combustion generator. I did remember last episode, but I was in the base and I was like, okay, I gotta go do a cover, and I forgot to do it before I closed out my game. So when I saw the comments, I was like, oh shoot, I gotta do that when I log back in the world. So I did just do that. So we won't have any explosions. So thanks for reminding me to do that. You just have to cover that energy hatch or the generator, and it needs to be like 1 block. So if the rain is adjacent to it, you're going to have problems. But since the rain is blocked all on the whole thing, we're fine. You don't have to do the whole thing. It just needs anything that produces power or whatever, or uses power. So yeah, I just wanted to show that I did it. So we won't have any explosions, I'm sorry to say. All right, let me just double check this. This has been running for a while. Hopefully it hasn't run out of power. No, we're good. All right, so I need these 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have a decent amount of molten rubber. I did also just go and get some more of our charcoal. I think I may... I was like, we could even use some of this cactus coke to produce steam. I mean, it's basically, it has the same burn time as coal coke, I think, doesn't it? No, it does not. What does coal coke have? Alright, so it has a quarter of that. Just kidding. Probably not going to want to do that. I was thinking like, oh yeah, cactus coke, that should be good, but no. I don't think we'll use that. I guess we could do combustion generators and use the light fuel that we are producing to produce more light fuel kind of thing. The only thing I don't like about doing that is, well, we have our solar generators. Because the one problem with that is if you run out of light fuel, somehow, then you can't produce more because you can't produce power. But we do actually have a second source. Okay, so we got lots of stuff. I think we're gonna trying to keep all this, and they all look exactly the same, which is the kind of annoying bit. Sulfuric light fuel, severely steam cracked, and lightly steam cracked, and light fuel all look exactly the same in NEI. So it's a bit of a pain. But, alright. So, we're going to bring this down. Thought I had enough. For at least the start of it, I needed to get the first of it. And we do need, I'm pretty sure we do need, we're going to need redstone alloy because the cable loss with the LV machines, so yeah. And at this point, it's not difficult at all. Redstone, easy. Coal dust, easy. Silicone is now, what am I doing? Silicone is now easy with the MV electrolyzer. All right, so what I'm thinking, we'll do the sulfuric, and then I need a chemical reactor. Unfortunately, I am a tad short on steel at the moment, so I am just waiting for those to finish smelting the blast furnace. I could even smelt it in our... To be honest, I could just smelt it in the blast furnace if I wanted to speed that up, but I'm looking for wire cutters. Alright, I did just hear something run out of power. Was that our thing? I'll be sad if it was this. Yeah, shoot. Okay, I lost one. I kind of... Oh, I guess, yeah. Because... No, that should have... Do I need... Obviously, this is insane over here, but... Oh, I need a... That's what happened. This needs to be upgraded to an 8 amp. Because I just added another line, so it can't handle... Also, that could have burned up. That could have been bad. Alright, let's turn that off. Eventually, this is all gonna, like, stop running as well. Once it, like, all backlogs, like, this isn't gonna be running continuously. Oh, it's in my... in my backpack. Ah. There we go. Alright. Yeah, let's turn that off. We are getting our sulfuric light fuel low. And then... Yeah, that doesn't burn very well either. Then we need to mix it with hydrogen. And again, this is kind of awkward because we don't have an easy way to get hydrogen on there. So it's going to be very manual at first. But let me get that going. Let me smelt a couple of these things up. Let me get some more steel, and we'll come back. Okay, we are back. I've replaced that with a 8x alloy cable. And I need to place down this chemical reactor. All right. And then this, I think we're gonna do auto output. sulfuric light fuel there. Now I'm probably going to just craft up a stack of... Oh, wait. That's... Actually, let's sleep. Because I need to run over to the thing and turn it back on. Yeah, because that actually won't do the... It won't desulfur it unless you have 12 buckets. I just realized that if you do it that way. You know what? I may just do... Probably just turn that thing on in the base, which is kind of funny. Yeah, I may just do... Like, if you want to do the sulfuric light fuel in the thing, unfortunately, you have to do 12 buckets at once this way. But this way, if you put the sulfuric light fuel in cells, you can do 3 at a time. So basically what I'm thinking is just do 3 buckets so I can put 3 more buckets in here until we can kind of get this fully automated. Because eventually that's going to run out. How much power? Oh, it is using 112. I thought it used less, but you know what? I may be thinking of the miner. Whatever it's called. The single block. Yeah, so that is an LV, but it actually uses the tier below. That's what I was thinking. So this is an MV miner, but it only uses 1 LV. I was thinking it did that with that, but was mistaken. So this should be running in here. Yep, I can hear it. Alright, so I may just do that. And then do it in this one up here. And then go put this in the combustion generator. And then that should probably be enough to get, hopefully, 12 buckets of this stuff. Now, the one kind of annoying thing is that we are eventually going to drain this oil field. And we'll have to move this. But I don't think we're gonna have to worry about that anytime soon. Alright. So we should be good for a little while. The good thing about this doesn't burn fuel if you don't need it. So obviously we are being bottlenecked by our single block distillery. But at this point, I don't have enough power gen to run a big one. Also, I love how it like disappears. Kind of makes me laugh. Yeah, I don't produce enough power to run this at a higher tier yet. And obviously we don't have the multi-blocks to do this in. What they need? They need ETFE, don't they? Yeah. Alright, so we're working on our first plastic. We're nowhere near the multi-blocks yet, but alright. So we'll let that run, and then, like I said, I'll probably just do a stack. Like a stack of the cells. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a ton of tin, do I? No. Is it alright anywhere? I have a little bit, but might want to go get more. I have a little bit of tin. These empty cells are two tin per cell. So if I want to stack, that's 2 stacks of tin. I don't think there is. I don't see any. It'd be cool if you could buy the empty cells, but it doesn't look like it. Alright, I may have to go get more tin for our empty cells. Obviously, I'm not going to do steel at this point. The best one is PTFE, but we don't have that, so 2 tin things, but... yeah, and then we'll just go ahead and... we have plenty of this, so... actually, we could just do... actually, I don't even need... I don't even need that many, to be honest. Because we do 12 at a time. 12 buckets of light fuel at a time, so... don't really need a huge amount of this all at once. At this point. So... yeah. Because that's going to get us... this, what I have in my inventory is going to get us 48 buckets of light fuel. We are going to end up with byproducts from it, but there is not much I can do about that. I think we'll probably turn this into sulfuric acid, I think. I'll just add water to it, or oxygen. And we'll get sulfuric acid. I do want to eventually get... I would like to get like our oxygen and hydrogen kind of automated. I don't have an easy way to get into that, but like now that I'm thinking, I'm like, if we switch that around, I could actually just pipe hydrogen gas into the chemical reactor and do that, but I'd rather have, yeah, I'd rather have that, I think. Alright, well, anyway, let me let that run, and then we need one more distillery. Actually, we need a chemical reactor. Another chemical reactor to do the steam, don't we? Alright, I also have to figure out how the heck am I getting steam down here. I have really blocked that in, haven't I? With this setup. Yeah, I have really blocked that in. There's no easy way to run steam down below. Alright, let me do a little bit more. Kind of figuring here. The steam on this one. Can't tell which, I don't know which, which thing. Yeah. Man, that's going to be hard to get steam down here, isn't it? Especially with those multi-blocks there. Alright, be right back. Alright, we finally got some more steel. I really have to... I never did. I haven't finished doing that, and we're getting to the point where we don't even really need to use those that much anymore. I could just smelt it in there. Alright, let me put some of this away. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Nope. There we go. Yeah, this definitely needs work. This is insane. It kind of cracks me up, like how insane this actually is to actually use the machines. It's making me laugh. But what I've decided, and I think there's really no other easy way to go about doing this, is I'm gonna move the multi-blocks, the macerator and the compressor, because they don't need to... What did I do wrong? Oh, I switched the motor in the hatch, or the hull. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna move the multi-blocks. They don't need to go right here. I just didn't have... I just wanted to get them right next to the steam because they needed obviously the steam hatch needed to be right next to the steam. But they don't need to go there anymore. They can be moved over here or something like that, a few blocks out. And same with the blast furnace, although that one's not super in the way. But if we move this stuff, we'll have a bit more breathing room with that. So I've just gone ahead, connected the pipe there. I'm just doing the smallest because these transfer half a bucket per second. And there's no way we're going to need more than this. Oh, look, we have produced the light fuel. This is still running. So we are good there. So may do... We'll pipe this in the back. Before I attach that, I just want to make sure I have this. Is that what I want to do? Because this is going to be... I want to crack it. And you can either pipe the steam in and do the cells, or you can do the other way. You know what? It might be easier to pipe the steam into a tank and bounce the fluid cells back and forth that way. Yeah, I may want to do that. I do have to craft up some conveyors. Alright. Alright, to be honest, this fluorine, it's easy enough to get. We're not going to be using it for a long time. Like, hydrofluoric acid is not something we're going to be needing anytime soon, so I'm just going to avoid it, as opposed to having it sit there for months. Alright. Yeah, so I think I'll do that, and then we'll, I'll figure out all that, so it's not bouncing back and forth, but, alright, so it'll go in there. That will go in there. And then it'll bounce. We'll have it bounce in between. So that will go there. Fluid output. And then we'll crack it with steam. Now we want two different types. I want severely... Oh, it's up here. Severely steam cracked light fuel. So that is a 3. We'll do this one. Unfortunately, you do lose some in the cracking of it. And obviously we don't have an oil cracker yet. Yeah, it looks like both. Wait a second. Is that MV? No. Severely steam cracked? Is that MV? No. Oh, I don't have it. Duh. It's not hooked up to power. Alright. Okay, let me get another distillery and let me get this hooked up and we'll be right back. Okay, there is the distillery. We're gonna need a chemical reactor as well to get the polyethylene, but let's just worry about getting the actual ethylene. There. Technically, I could do bigger cables if I wanted to. We do have 8 batteries, but kind of keeping it down to 4 because we only have 4 turbines. So, all right. There we go. there is our severely steam cracked light fuel that will go there. Yeah, I just think this is going to be easier, and then we'll bounce the steam things back and forth. But I need some other stuff for that. And finally, we'll do ethylene. 10. Oh man, and then this has a carbon something. Man, I had forgotten how annoying it is at this point in the mod pack getting the distilleries going, and yeah, so that's gonna fill up really quick. So I'll have to maybe a trash can behind it, just void that. I don't think there's any reason for me to keep that, but alright, so we're getting our ethylene. That will go into a chemical reactor to get mixed with oxygen, and that will give us and look at that. Ethylene with 2 oxygen gets acetic acid. Yeah. Well, technically there's carbon in there, isn't there? Oh, there's carbon in ethylene. Yeah, who knew? It's funny all the stuff you learn from GregTech New Horizons. Yeah, so I want molten polyethylene. That's what I was trying to say. So yeah, we'll mix it with oxygen, and then there is our molten polyethylene, and that is our first plastic. That'll let us get SMDs, that'll let us make our hulls in the assembler, and yeah, a lot of cheaper things once we get molten polyethylene. That is why it is so important. Transistors and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, and these much easier. But all right, so there we go. There is our ethylene. I will continue to expand this, and we'll come back in the next episode, and maybe we'll get, I don't know, maybe, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe we'll split the light fuel. Anyway, we'll have to worry about that next episode. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.